We're going to begin with a tense scene near Baker Middle School in Corpus Christi, where at this hour, police are actively searching for a man who stole a car with a baby inside. Our Taylor Ananese live in that area tonight near a convenience store where it happened. Taylor, what do we know so far?
Yeah, Joe, luckily that baby, a little boy, is okay tonight, and it was thanks to the quick actions of police and some people nearby. Now, police responded to this time market here around 8 o'clock tonight on the 2900 block of Norton Street. When they arrived, a man told officers he borrowed his girlfriend's car to go to the convenience store. He left the baby inside with the car running while he went into the store. That's when he saw a man walk out of the store and jump inside the car before speeding off. Police immediately put out a vehicle description and say shortly after, some passerbys found the car here near Baker Middle School.
I guess these individuals had seen so many police cars here at this convenience store, so they brought the child to us.
Police say the two other men that were seen in the convenience store with the suspect are people of interest. The man who stole the car is facing unauthorized use of a vehicle and aggravated kidnapping charges. As far as the boyfriend who left the child inside the car, he was arrested tonight on endangerment of a child charges. Joe?
Okay, but the baby is okay as far as we know tonight?
Yes, the baby is okay.
Okay. Taylor, thanks so much for that live update tonight.